Sri Simar, His Divine Grace, Srila Bhai Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Srila Prabhu, ISKCON DDT, Founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki, Namacharya, Srila Haridas Thakur ki, Samaveta Bhakti Vrinda ki, Hari Nam Sankirtan ki, Grantaraj Bhagavatam ki, Janitai Gaur Kimanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru, to Sri Gauranga, all glories to Sri Guru. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurundritam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhuttale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jata Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Scha Sri Rupam Sahagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishtakan Vitamscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopishya Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Nasta Prayesha Badrishu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Tamasloke Bhaktir Bhaviti Naistiki. By regularly hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam and by rendering a service unto the pure devotee, all that is troublesome within the heart becomes destroyed practically to nil, and loving devotions unto the Supreme Lord, who is praised with transcendental songs, becomes established as an irrevocable fact. Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samhitam Uttama Shloka Charitam Chakar Bhangishi Nishriya Sayalokasya Dhanyam Swasaya Namaha. This Srimad Bhagavatam, known as the Grantaraj, the king of all Vedic literatures, is the literary incarnation of God. It is compiled by the incarnation of God, Srila Vyasadeva. It is meant for the ultimate good of all people. It is all successful, all blissful, and all perfect. Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Shri Advaita Gadadhara,
Shri Advaita Gadadhara,
Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda,
Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya,
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya,
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya,
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya,
Om
Om
Bhagavate
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya,
Om Jai Namaha,
Om Surabhaya Namaha, Om Surabhaya Namaha,
Om Saradhyaya Namaha,
Om Surabhaya Namaha,
Mukam Karoti Vacharam Pangom Langayate Girim Yatkripat. Someone was inspired yesterday. Raghava Prabhu was inspired yesterday. He's inspired actually to begin from the beginning. To begin from the first canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Before we begin, I have two very interesting things to relate. One I think is known to most devotees, and the other one is less known, or maybe not known. I'll start with the one that is known to most devotees. We know how Srila Prabhupada explains that in reference to this first verse of the first canto of the first chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, that his Guru Maharaj spent 6 months. We're not going to spend 6 months on the first verse, but you will understand, of course, as we will read the verse, and I'm sure we have all read the verse before. So this brings me to the second point, actually, that not so long ago, maybe a few weeks back, or maybe a few months, this year, I was listening to some memories of one devotee who is actually well known in our ISKCON society, Rasaraj Prabhu, who is connected with the Bhaktivedanta Institute. In America, like other young Indian men seeking for, the grass is greener on the other side. The grass is greener on the other side of the ocean. So he was working. He had graduated. He was working somewhere in America, I forget which place. And he had not met devotees before, but one time he did meet, and someone told him that they serve prasadam. Coming from India, he could understand, prasadam, vegetarian food, right? And he was there were a few vegetarian restaurants. It was very difficult to actually get, proper food. So that was the first thing that attracted him. So he came. He came to I think it was the Detroit Temple, but he came late for shot him, and he put it in his mouth, and he said, "Wow." You know, I've never tasted it. It made a very major impression. Now, this is all building up to this first. uh, so, and he was asking, talking one, and then he came to know that there were some books. So he said, "Yeah, I'd like a book." Yeah. Then he noticed, oh, this book has Sanskrit. You know, Sanskrit. He's from India. He knows Sanskrit a little bit. So then he just read the first verse. Because he was recalling that by the time I finished reading, everything is here. Everything speaking on this one verse. So he went back, I think the next day, and he said, because he liked to read, intellectual people like to read. He said, "Give me all your books, whatever books you have." So they had, a few books. This much is any book, practically speaking, any book of Srila Prabhupada. It has a profound effect, naturally, because original text is very. Then even more. Our great acharyas, pure. We can push it a little bit on the side. Devotees go out and whoever receives any book, practically speaking, any book of Srila Prabhupada, the original text is very powerful, and then it becomes even more powerful. Great acharyas, pure devotees, very powerful, and then it becomes even more powerful, great